It's planner month here on Pretty Neat Living, and I'm going to be reviewing some planners that I haven't reviewed before. Kicking off with the Day Designer for Blue Sky lineup. Blue Sky very kindly sent me these 4 planners I'm going to show you, but I have been eyeing them at Target over the past couple of months since they came out midsummer, and I've been thinking I wanted to review them, and then they contacted me and asked me if I'd like to see them, and I said yes please. So I did. Of course, I never guarantee reviews or mentions when people or businesses send me products, but I was going to share about these with you anyway, so it kind of worked out. So I have 4 to share with you today on screen, and I'm going to take you in up close and personal and have a look at these planners. I have 4 of the Day Designer for Blue Sky planners to show you today, but I will link and show pictures of all of the rest of the available models on my coordinated blog post. I'll be linked to that in the more info box below if you're interested in seeing what else they have. These are just the 4 that I have, so I thought I'd give you a look inside of them. So I thought I'd start with this one because to me it's the most reminiscent of the Day Designer by Whitney English, regular planner that I'm familiar with that I reviewed last year, and I will throw a link up into that video in a card up here for you guys if you want to see that. But this is the Wire O model. So Wire O is basically this kind of binding. It's this double wire. You guys know I'm not the biggest fan of it. I don't think it's the most sturdy. This was sent in the mail to me, and I don't know if the camera's gonna pick this up, but it is already a bit warped and bent out of shape, and that's my biggest beef with it. You can see this part here. It's coming down already. I literally just took these out of the package, and they were packaged well. It wasn't the packaging. So that's a little bit disappointing, but it does make for a less expensive binding option, so I understand that. And this is a less expensive planner, and it's a really nice planner for the price. I believe this is the 8x10 model in the Wire O, which retails for $16.99, and this is in the gold stripe edition. It is really, really pretty. I like that it has the, the vinyl overlay page, and then you get into nicer paper here, and then the rest of the planner is all paper. Now the quality of the paper is a little bit less nice than what you get in the actual Day Designer ones that you buy from Whitney English directly, but of course you're paying significantly less for this planner, and it is a nice planner. All 4 of the planners I'm showing you are July 2015 through June 2016 planners, and this is a daily and monthly planner, so it has daily calendars, monthly calendars, a yearly reference calendar, and no pages. So what do you see when you first get into it? Here you see the reference calendar. So you've got 2015, 2016. I wish they put 2017 in if this planner is really going through half of next year. I think that would be a nice feature, but it's nice to have these at a glance. It has a story about the Whitney English Day Designer planners. Their mission is to help women live a well-designed life, which I think is a really nice mission statement. They have a little guidance if you need guidance on how to use your planner, and then they have a couple pages in the beginning on kind of personal goal setting, which can be helpful for some people. Some people don't use it, but it's a nice tool to have, and it only takes up a few pages. Then you get right into the bulk of the planner. So here you can see the monthly spreads. It's a month on 2-page spread. It is very big. It does have lightly lined boxes. The squares are pretty roomy. I like that they've used most of the page. The only decorative elements in this planner is the striping along the bottom and top, and that is consistent throughout the entirety of the planner. And they have a to-do and notes checklist over here, a previous and next month little at-a-glance calendar in the corner, which is helpful for advanced planning, which is what a lot of people do with their monthly spreads. And then they also list major US holidays. So I'm going to flip more to the center. Let's go to January, why don't we? So we can see kind of what a month looks like together. So you can see the monthly spread, we've already gone through that. And here you can see the daily spreads. Now this is a really, really big day on a page spread. It looks like they put the weekends on one page, so you've got Friday, here's Friday, that takes up a whole page, and then Saturday, Sunday gets 1 page. Again, I wish that planners would make it more standard to have Saturday and Sunday, you know, at least have the option of being able to have a full page for each of those days instead of combining them onto 1 page for the weekend, because I don't know if this is common for other people, but my weekends days are much like my weekdays, and I need to schedule accordingly, and I just always wish I had more space. So I like it when planners give equal space for every day of the week. Here let's kind of focus right now on the day of the week page. So you've got today's schedule, which is time-stamped from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. So if you're somebody who likes to have those timestamps written in, that might work for you. If not, you might want to block that out with some washi and write in your own times. And then there's everything's blocked into columns here. So we've got, that's today's schedule is column 1. Column 2 is today's top 3 with a little checklist, a to-do list, and then a blank tonight box, so you could do like meal planning or maybe just, you know, scheduling. And then there's a small box with a quote at the top. So there's a different quote for every day. Notes section, again, lightly lined in the gray, and gratitude. I do like the colors they use. I feel like gray is a really nice planner color because if you write in black or blue, it really shows up, or if you use color. So that's a standard day page. It looks like they're all kind of the same. Now let's look at a standard weekend page. So at the top here, it has take time out. Or take a time out. Sorry, I read that wrong. Fun things to do with a checklist. You've got a limited schedule, so it's the time-stamped schedule, but it's hourly instead of, was this on the half hour? Yes, instead of on the half hour. And it goes from 6 to 8 again, and has a little box at the bottom for next week, and over here for don't forget. So you've got Saturday and Sunday, and then a weekly gratitude session. So that's the bulk of what the daily page spread looks like. It is, you know, it is pretty structured for you already. So if you like having that guidance in a planner, this might really, really work for you. The tabs are reinforced and laminated, which is nice, and they are directly on the month pages. The months fall directly in between the daily pages, and at the end of the month, we get a note section. Is that it? I thought there was another page. No. At the end of the month, you get just one page note section, and that is everything. And it also looks like they show major U.S. holidays with a little green flag to kind of help differentiate them. So that's the whole of the planner. Let's see what's at the back together. Looks like we've got some note pages. There's no tab kind of differentiating the note section from the calendar section, but I guess you just assume it's at the back. And then there is a major holidays list, and that is everything. And here it just says, live well, laugh often, love much. This is life well designed. So it's a nice planner. It's, you know, it's already, like I said, kind of outlined for you how it's all set up. I think it's a really good value for the price. Now let's look at some of the other ones that I have as well here. So this is the case-bound style 8x10 planner. And this comes in both this kind of tealy robin's egg blue, and then this sort of, actually it comes in exactly this color pink as well. And this is a monthly calendar and weekly calendar spread. And it's a very similar layout. You'll see instead of the, you know, obviously instead of the wire binding, it has case-bound journal style binding. And we go in, we've got the 2015-2016 reference calendar, the story page, and then again the goal setting pages, just like in that other one I showed you, the Wire O one. And then we go right into the monthly spreads, and then the weekly spreads are in between. So let's flip to the middle again. Let's go to January and have a proper look. So we've got a it's exactly the same monthly spread. You can see it's the same design. It does have the to-dos and notes on the side. It's got the flags for the holidays. This is looking just like the other one design, even down to the striping on the top and the bottom. It's exactly the same on the interior. So the weekly spreads, a week on 2 pages. And here again, they have split up Saturday and Sunday, so they share a box instead of each having their own box. So if that works for you and you're kind of scheduling, this will definitely, appeal to you. But if you're the kind of person who likes a whole day for each day of the weekend, a whole slot, that might not work for you as well. At the top here we have 3 blank boxes that says this week's top 3, and then the daily boxes take up the width of the page, and they say the date, and there's a lined bit underneath, and then there's this checkbox section under a to-do box underneath. So it's basically like 2 columns per day, and they take up about 1/3 of the page, except, like I said, with the exception of the weekend, which is on 1 box. It doesn't have any checkboxes in it already designed. And let's see if they do the note pages, just like, and there's no note pages between months. So there was 1 note page between month on that daily YRO bound calendar. Let's see if they include some note pages in the back. Yes, it's quite a bit of note paper in the back. Again, it's not, there's no differentiating tab or anything. In fact, this planner has no tabs at all. So you might want to put in your own like sticky tabs, or use a bookmark or something, but it does have a really nice feel to it. It's definitely thinner and lighter because it's a weekly planner instead of a daily planner. You can see they're very similarly sized. In the 8x10 size, they're just a little bit different. This one retails for $19.99. I believe this one is $16.99. I will have to double check that because I couldn't actually find it online, so I don't know if it's a new model or if it's just out of stock right now, but I will do my best to find it for you guys. So it's 2 different models, but a very similar feel. This is definitely a little bit, I think easier if you're going to carry something around with you. And speaking of which, if you want a really portable planner and you don't need a lot of writing space, one of these smaller ones might do well for you. So these are their I believe 5x8 models, and you've got, again, just the difference between the binding. So we've got the YRO planner, and then we've got the case bound planner. So the YRO has, again, this kind of vinyl plastic cover, and it's also a monthly and a weekly calendar. So same with this one. I have a feeling they're going to look exactly the same inside. I have a little bit of fuzzies on them from the shipping, I think, but this one's actually pink on the inside, so that's a little bit different. I like the pink, it's really nice. It looks like the same reference calendar, the story, goal setting, so it looks like they stayed really consistent with that. And here you can see the calendar on 2 pages, month on 2 pages. Same format, just condensed, with pink stripe decoration at the top, that's the only decoration, and a pink and gray theme on the interior. And the week at a glance pages look exactly the same as they did on the 8x10 case bound planner. I'm assuming there's no note pages between months, no, but there is the tabbed months on the side, which is nice for reference. And then the note section at the back looks a little bit smaller, just a few pages, and then the holiday guide at the back. This is really small and light and easy to carry with you and take with you. It's also very attractive. What I like most about the Day Designer planners is the very stylized but simple designs. It's not overwhelming, it's not in your face, and it's very customizable. You can really just write in what you want with these month at a glance calendars. The daily one was a little bit more specific, a little bit more outlined. That's how the regular planner is too, the regular Day Designer by Whitney English planner. Let's go ahead and have a look at the case bound version. So the case bound version has the bookmark. I forgot to mention that on the 8x10 one. It also has the bookmark. It's this included. It's built right into the binding, this little stripe, black and white stripe bookmark, which is really cute. So again, it's going to look very similar on the inside, and it's the pink again. So I'm guessing if you have a blue one, you get a blue interior, and if you have a pink one, you get a pink interior, which makes sense because then it matches. Looks very similar on the inside. It's the exact same layout as the wire bound, except you don't have the reference tabs on the side. Has the bookmark. You can see they're pretty comparable in size. The YRO one may be just a little bit wider to account for the binding. In terms of weight, they feel very much the same. The case-bound one is $15.99 and the wire-bound one is $12.99. So you get a little bit of a price break with this. This maybe looks a little bit more put together. It's really just a matter of personal preference, but both of them are really, really nice options. And like I said, I think these are really nice planners for the price. If you're looking for a really well-curated planner that's going to give you a lot of guidance, but also give you some flexibility, these Day Designer for Blue Sky planners, they might really suit you. I know that my local Target carries them. They're usually out of quite a few models, but you can also buy them on Blue Sky's website, and I will have all that information on my coordinating blog post. I'm actually pretty impressed with the planners based on their price point. I think the quality is a good match. I especially like the quality on the case-bound ones, although I wish they had the option of having tabs in them, but you can always buy your own tabs and add them. Like, that's pretty easy to do at home, or even just like make your own and tape them in. But I think these are really, really nice, especially if you want to get into planning and want to get into these planners that are so widely talked about on social media and the internet and in blogs and stuff. The Day Designer planners are gorgeous, but they're rather expensive. I believe they retail, I don't know what the prices are this year, but they're at least $50, and these are $20 and under. So, I mean, it's a really nice place to start with planning, and also if you just really like the way that they are and they have everything you want in them, it's a really good price point for your planner. So I don't know if they're coming out with a January to December version. All I know is that they have the 1 year going from midsummer to midsummer. So that also might play into your decision. Who knows? I will tell you that my local Target is usually pretty cleaned out of these. I think I took a picture on a day when they were pretty well stocked, but every time that I always look when I go back just out of curiosity, and they've been pretty wiped out. So they're very, very popular. They're selling really well. I think they're really beautiful designs and color schemes, and I think that it's a really good partnership that Day Designer and Blue Sky have got going. And yeah, so it's a really nice kind of lower price point, maybe mid-range price point, mid-low range planner option. So like I said, if you hop on over to my coordinating blog post, I will have pictures and links to all of the available models that I can find online, at least for you, as well as I have a little giveaway. You guys know I am currently using just one planner, so I wanted to give these away. So there's going to be 4 winners, so one person will win one planner, and you'll get to choose which planner you'd want to have in the event that you win when you enter the giveaway. That will be the primary way to enter the giveaway, is to choose which planner you would want if you won. So the giveaway will run for 1 week's time. It is open internationally. If you're under the age of 18, I just ask that you have parental permission, and I will contact the winners directly by email, as always. So there's that for you guys, so things to check out if you're interested, and stay tuned for more planner related videos for this month. It's just my favorite time of month is to share about planners and planner reviews and things, and 'tis the season for that. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys are all doing really well. Happy planning, you guys. Take care. Bye.